Hello, I'm Elgato, and welcome back to QnA Saturday. This is the weekly series of an online channel and answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so across the comment section of the last week's QnA video and sometimes across Twitter. So this week I put out a question saying how many questions you want to ask for QnA Saturday because my editor will be picking the responses, and that is what we actually did. He has picked all of these questions, and I have no idea what any of them are until I read them for the first time on QnA Saturday. So expect a lot of confusion, a lot of weird stuff, and yeah, this was a kind of fun one-off concept I think we'd do because I was in Asia at the time. I couldn't get that recorded, so sorry about the lack of QnA Saturday last week, but let's make up for it by going for it this week. For the first time, let's go into the QnA Saturday questions that my editor has picked. This has only the potential to go awful, but that's why I love it, and hopefully you love it too, like if you do like it. But let's dive straight into the first question, which comes in from Zachary, which I think might be spelt wrong, I'm not sure, I guess it's his name, so I guess I can't really judge him on that, but he says, what question do you think should be asked but isn't, and can you answer it? And this is, I guess, a good question, because they're asking, what questions would you like to see on QnA Saturday, but that you think shouldn't be asked? And I have no clue, like, on the spot. I guess I would say, if you're going to ask, like, a Minecraft question, try and ask something a bit more niche than normal. Like, don't just ask, hey, are shields coming, and do you think there's going to be a new boss mob in the next update? And it's like, okay, those are easy questions, you get asked a lot of the time, but why not something like, hey, Toycat, do you think the trend of them adding, like, useless mobs is going to continue? Do you think they're going to add more useless mobs? Do you think having more useless mobs is a good thing? Or would you rather have, like, 10 regular mobs, 10 useless mobs, or one regular, like, fully useful mob? There's these sorts of big questions that are interesting to dive into, whereas, hey, Toycat, when shields is, like, a bit of a lame one, in my opinion. Or, hey, Toycat, do you think auto jump sucks? Because, lo, I do, or something. There's a lot of questions like this where it's like, I can't do much of that. And in regards to, like, non-Minecraft questions, a lot of people start on the base layer, like, what's your name or something, but you could go with, like, hey, Toycat, what's your favorite place in the world? Or, hey, Toycat, have you ever met a celebrity? Boom, there you go. And to answer those questions, by the way, I think I'd rather have one useful mob than 10 useless ones, but I guess you'd have to see the list. And where's my favorite place in the world? Probably Singapore. And where is, and have I ever met a celebrity? I guess so, and I'm not going to go into more depth on that because that's a long time for the first question. We've got 11 more to go into. Like the second one, which is from Michael Pruden, who says, at IBX Toycat, what's your guilty pleasure? PG-13, and then an emoji. What is my guilty pleasure in the world? The truth is, I don't think I have many guilty pleasures in terms of like, that's a pleasure that you feel guilt from, right? You're like, you do it, and then you're like, oh man, why did I do that? But I think most of my life is like pretty well thought out. Like if I go to get an ice cream, recently I got a mega ice cream. You can see a picture on my Twitter or hopefully somewhere in the video. I got this mega thing and it made me feel sick afterwards, but I didn't feel guilty about it. I was like, I probably deserve that. Well, what was I expecting when I bought like a mega cone and then I ate the whole thing? Like, I don't really feel guilty about too much. I find there's like a balance in life, and sometimes I tip the balance on purpose, and maybe that's just me. But if I had to pick a guilty pleasure, it's probably procrastination. I love procrastinating, and I don't just mean like, oh, when I find out that I procrastinated, I love it. Sometimes I sit down, I'm like, could do the work today. Wouldn't it be like just for QnA Saturday? I was like, there's a bunch of the YouTube videos right here. I love watching YouTube so much more when I'm procrastinating, and that's probably like a guilty pleasure of mine, I guess, if you have to pick a definition of one. But let's move into the next question, because question number 3 comes in from Owen, who has a crying face emoji, so it's going to be a good one. Don't show this tweet in your video. Neato. Hey, that's not a question, but you get to be in the video regardless, I guess. Next up, we have Michael Pruden, who says, how long have you had an editor, and will you give him a raise? Haha, the crying face. And then a happy face emoji. Actually, the editor has been, we've been working together a lot more recently because, I mean, it's like a slightly more beneficial thing for both of us, I think. At some point, he'll get a raise. Fun fact, you watch this video, you're gonna get a raise at some point. We're gonna, as soon as, like, this happens, there you go. Now you've seen the internal discussions between me and my editor. But yeah, I've had him he's been working on the channel for, like, over a year now. If you don't know him, he's Legendary Potato. And, yeah, it just started as, like, if you need a video edited when you're busy, then I'd send like one every now and then. Now it seems to be like every half video or so. A lot of the big featured videos, like the creative, 1 week realm, these sorts of videos I like to send there because he's good at doing the kind of complex stuff. I really like recording videos. That's my favorite bit of the process, whereas he really likes the editing side of things, as I understand it. Maybe he just does it because I don't know. I guess that's a thing you could do. Maybe he does it for the money, which is why he needs a raise. And don't worry, we'll work out a raise system. Although I think actually, funny enough, because I pay in British pounds and the British pound exchange rate has been going down or up. I'm not sure if that means he's been getting a raise or a decrease in money this year. You can work that out for yourself if you want. But with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Bailey Pitt Roche, who says, rhinos or chickens? Be honest. Do you mean the real life animal or like a Minecraft version? I guess there's no Minecraft rhinos, so in real life, rhinos or chickens? So chickens are the most fundamentally cruel, in my opinion, but like tasty meat. I like chicken a lot. You fry chicken, it's just the best. Fun fact, if you live near a Bonbon Chicken, I have a new favorite fried chicken place in the world. So chicken, in terms of utilitarian value, rhinos don't provide any value for me. I don't think I've ever even seen a rhino. Yeah, in fact, let me just Google search rhino. What is a rhino? I know they've got like a big horn, but I'm picturing a Rhyhorn from Pokemon. A rhino looks like that. Yeah, I've seen one maybe once at a zoo. Rhinos provide no value, chickens provide all the value, and I'm just saying, chickens are doing a lot better for humans than rhinos are, so clearly, this is gun in the chicken's ball court. So, next up, that was a very unexpected question, by the way. Next question comes in from Boo Place, who says, when are you going to make a cooking video again? So this one isn't unexpected, so I think I've got an answer for this one. When am I making a cooking video? Probably, quite soon. I do them every, 3 months or something. I don't want it to be like a really common thing because, it's a fun gimmick from time to time. I really like cooking. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. You might think I'm being sarcastic based on the videos, but it's fun. I like to have fun with it. I like to play Fruit Ninja while I'm waiting for stuff, and I'm going to have a horrible accident if I do it too much, so I kind of, in moderation, it makes more sense. So, when is there going to be another cooking video? There's going to be another cooking video in December, I think, because... no spoilers on that one, but we'll have like a fun system set up. One of the moderators is it's gonna be a whole thing. So yeah, in December there'll be a cooking video. Maybe before then, but definitely by then, unless something tragic happens. But let's assume tragic things don't happen, because how often do tragic things really happen? Probably not too often, right? Next question comes in from Jack O'Razor, who says, QnA editor. Could your editor make fun of you with funny edits for the rest of the video, please? Oh man, this came up way too early. I mean, I guess he can. I mean, I can't stop it. I mean, I can stop him. But, I guess you can do that. You can make fun of me with funny edits, I guess.
What does a funny edit mean? I guess I'm gonna have to watch the video after this point to work out what that means. But yeah,
there'll be some funny edits that make fun of me, apparently. Next question we have. Hey, I think this one is fake, which is from it's from me, Andrew at IBXToyCat. Hashtag QnA. How can I get over my obsession with Singapore? I think the best way to get over any obsession, this is good advice, is to just overindulge in it. Like, if you really, really, really like ice cream, have ice cream every meal of the day for 2 weeks in a row, and you'll want to stop eating ice cream soon. I reckon if you ate pizza for 6 years, eventually you'd be like, how about we have something else? So, how do you get over Singapore? I reckon you just go there for too much. Good idea, Andrew at IBXToyCat. That's my solution to this problem. But yeah, I love Singapore. I really am constantly thinking it'd be nice to go back. It'd be nice to live there, whatever. And yeah, maybe that's what I have to do. I just have to live there for a very long time. And that's actually my solution to the Japan problem, actually, in my head right there. Anyway, that said, let's go into the next question, which comes in from KMB800. If you don't know, KMB is... Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was keyboard and mouse, but it's keyboard and mouse. But they say, will you drink milk? You can tell these questions are awful based on this. Will I drink milk? No. I'm going to Canada on Monday, so it would make sense if I drank milk there. But no, I don't know why. This meme upsets me. I don't even, the will you drink milk thing is such a basic thing. But it's no, you can't tell me to drink milk. I really think milk is one of the, lowest tier drinks in the world. Because, honestly, water... It's it's just this perfect thing, refreshes you, nourishes you, etc. Milk is it's high in calories, low in taste, and the nutritional value, makes your bones strong, is very questionable. And it's the animal cruelty involved in making a cow have a baby every year so that you can get precious milk. I don't know, it just seems like on every level milk is a bad thing. Apparently the farmers who make milk, I don't understand, I do understand the basics of it, but the farmers who make milk hate the fact that, milk is so cheap. And it's if farmers hate it, if cows hate it, if, your human body hates it, if all of these things hate it, maybe we shouldn't drink milk. But anyway, that said, let's move to the next question. I know that's a meme, by the way, but which comes in from Donald J. Trump. I like this Minecraft game. Very cool. Are your Minecraft news videos real or fake news? I hate to break it to you, but they're all fake news. I come up with them on the spot. This is good job, by the way. This is why the editor deserves a raise for high quality questions like this one. He told me not to look at them he was make sure you don't know peeking whatsoever, and I guess this is why I wouldn't have been this surprised otherwise. But my Minecraft videos are in fact real. I do in fact cover real news. unlike some things you see on the other side of the pond. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Mr. Trump. But with that said, let's move to the last, the 11th question, which comes in from Legendary Potato, who says, not a question, but if you put peanut butter all over your face, I'll put peanut butter all over my face. That's not a question. That's not even... How can we verify that? How would that... what is that? I don't... You know, honestly, if I had peanut butter and or had any desire to have peanut butter, because peanut butter in the UK is more of a niche thing, as I understand it. In America, I've seen a grocery store, it's like peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, and it's like, oh yeah, that's extra thick, that's creamy, thick, smooth. That here it's like I go to the store and like maybe we'll find some peanut butter if I look hard enough. Like I don't know many people who use peanut butter at all. Maybe it's the same in the US and I'm just mistaken, but it seems like it's everywhere there. You know, peanut butter and jelly, which, for the record, all these things. So I don't have any peanut butter. I don't know where I would go to get some. I guess like a large store and just look for it. But I am not putting peanut butter on my face because I think peanuts are pretty subpar nuts, and I think if butter made of them would be bad. So, I mean, the offer is open for you. If you want to put peanut butter on your face, I'm down. But you know, I'm not that. This does not seem like a trade that I'm entirely on board with. So, with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Legendary Potato again, who says, will you trust me to do this again? I wouldn't even trust me. I'll be honest, this was a roller coaster. This was a... I was shocked. I was like, oh, that's a question. Oh, that's something. And then like, oh, that was definitely not something. I think overall, I would say this was a solid 9 out of 10 as far as the questions go. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments down below, because I don't know what I just went through. This was an experience. It's like when you go for a haunted house and you're like, oh, and you know, I'm not scared, but I'm confused, and that's how I feel about this Q&A. I'm not scared, but confused. I hope you did all enjoy being both of those things together. Let me know if I should fire the editor or give him a raise as well with your things down there. And I guess thank you very much for watching. Do all the things that you usually like to do, because if you don't hit the notification bell, the kids will actually, it's not that they die, but they you know, the wife and kids, they do slowly start to, you know, starve to death. They get a little bit thinner, and if you don't want the wife and kids to starve, make sure you hit that notification bell. Wait, can I make a bell sound? That's not a bell sound. Wait. You get two pieces of metal together. Whatever, that's a bell. That's my knockoff ghetto YouTube bell. Make sure you hit it, and I guess I'll see you all next time for QnA Saturday in a week. Leave questions in the comments down below. Try to be unique, like it came up earlier, and I guess I'll see you all then. Goodbye.